Hello, Catherine. I hope you're doing well today. This is going to be your makeup video lesson. Today, we're just going to work on a couple of fundamental things. I think first we're going to start off and just do some basic 5-finger scale exercises. I think that's going to be beneficial for us. So the 5-finger scale that we usually play when we play music out of your book is the 5-finger C scale, which is just thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky, across from C to G. At least with the right hand. And then same thing goes to the left hand, starting on pinky, going to thumb, C to G. What I'd like you to try to do is do it with both hands. And I'd like you to loop that a couple of times. I'm going to give you an example. I'm only going to do it a few, but I'd like you to do it more. Oops. Ha! Something along those lines, where you just repeat it over and over, trying to make the notes long and touching by, this is what I mean, where there's a consistent sound, no overlap, but a consistent sound where the notes meet each other and kind of trade off on the sound. So I'd like you to give that a shot. What I'd also like you to do is a 5-finger scale where the notes are super detached and separated from each other, as if they were staccato. Like this. The reason why I want you to try these longer notes and these more detached notes, here's a better camera angle. Booyah. The reason why I want you to try this is because what I want to work on is making sure our fingers don't leave the keys while we're playing. I notice sometimes when you play, we get some of this action going on with your fingers, which isn't the end of the world, but it's not good. So, ideally when we're playing, let me see. I guess that doesn't work. Let me see here. You can see when I play, my fingers, I'm using just the tips of my fingers, and I have my fingers curled at the knuckle. I'm going to try to get my phone to keep that previous camera angle. There it is. Booyah. Try to keep your fingers and your fingers curled as if you made a heart with your hand. Break the heart, put it on the piano. That's the angle you need to be playing at. Making sure your fingers don't leave the keys while you're playing. This will help playing without looking at your hands, which will give you more time to look at the music, which is what we're really working on in our lessons, is trying to read the music and play while reading. So practicing the 5-finger scale is going to be the best way to do that. Doing that short and long. Making sure your fingers aren't leaving the keys. Now here's another exercise that I'd like you to try. This is one that I came up with, is doing the 5-finger scale exercise while keeping one note held down. So the example I'm going to show you is starting on C, hold C down with your thumb, and then with your other 4 fingers, do the same exercise. So while holding C, I want you to go D, E, F, G, F, E, D, E, F, G, while your thumb is held down the entire time. You should be hearing the C being sustained the whole time. And what I'm going to have you do is, what I'm going to have you do is change the note that is being sustained. So now I'm going to give you an example where you hold the note D down with your second finger. And we're going to play the 5-finger scale, but this time we play C, E, F, G, F, E, C. What this is going to do is make your fingers a bit more independent, which is always great, letting you have a bit more dexterity on the instrument, but also making your fingers more comfortable remaining close to the instrument, being as ergonomic as possible. Ergonomic basically just means efficient with as minimal movement as possible. The less effort we need to use with our hands, the more effort we could use with our brain, which is how we're trying to read the music. So, holding D down, playing C, E, F, G, F, E, C. Making sure our fingers don't leave the keys. Come on. There it is. I'll play it up here so we get a better angle. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do? I'm so sorry. Okay. So, now we're going to continue the exercise, but this time holding the note E down. So the same 5-finger scale, but playing the fingers 1, 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 1. And we're going to continue now holding F with our 4th finger, playing the same 5-finger scale while one note is sustained and you're skipping over it. C, D, E, G, E, D, C, D, E, G, E, D, C. Now holding your pinky down on G and going C, D, E, F, E, D, C. This one's actually a lot easier than you would think. I have the most trouble holding down E. It's tricky, but the more you practice, the better you will be at it. Now, what we're going to try to do is do it hands together. So, put both hands on the piano as if we're going to play a 5-finger C scale. And with our first finger, thumb, in the right hand, we're going to hold C. And then our pinky in our left hand, we're going to hold C. And then we're going to go D, E, F, G, F, E, D. Same thing on D. So now we're using our 4th finger and our 2nd finger, going C, E, F, G. Excuse me. Ooh, this is tricky. C, E, F, G, F, E, C, E, F, G, F, E, C. Now we're going to do the same thing on E. This is the hard one, for me at least. C, D, F, G, F, D. See, I can't even say it. C, D, F, G, F, D, C. C, D, F, G, F, D, C, D, F, G, F, D, C, D, F, G, F, D, C. Now we're switching to F in both hands, which is 2nd finger in the left hand, 4th finger in the right hand. And then now holding G in both hands. Now, The goal with this exercise is to not go fast. It's to be controlled. With more control comes more fluidity. Speed is not the name of the game. Control and intention is. So that's going to be it for this makeup lesson. I'm going to send this over. And I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you on Monday. Alrighty, bye-bye.